Hey, what's up guys, it's Nexy, and yes, I'm making some Halo Reach content, and I'm actually going to talk about creating Halo Reach content. That's the topic of this video, and it's really piggybacking off the conversation that Gandhi, DMAC, Neighbor, Bestman, those guys were having over at the Great Debate. So, the argument is that Halo pros, the Halo community, and everybody involved needs to be creating more Halo content. That's how we're going to grow and sustain as a community. I agree 100%, but there's a problem. Yes, we should all be creating content, but creating content for Halo Reach is hard. Why is that? Because I'm going to be honest, this game is boring as fuck to watch in this current state. I don't care if you disagree with me, I know it for a fact. The game is not fun to watch. So, what's my solution? And before I go into I'm going to talk about the game types a little bit because I think it stems a lot from the game types and the game. But before we talk about that, I got to give props to Casey and Anakin. They get a lot of flack for what they do, but they do the most incredible job, and I've actually worked in their department, so I know what they go through, and I know their process, and I don't think anybody on the planet could do a better job than them, so props to them. But I feel like the game types up until this point haven't been really thought about from a content perspective. Right? So yeah, they're competitive, and I don't even like the word competitive, and I'm going to talk about this for a second. I've had more competitive games of hopscotch than I have in Halo Reach before. Anything you do, anything you put your all into and master can become competitive. You can be a competitive thumb wrestler, so I don't care about the competitive nature of a game as long as it's not broken, right? So let's call it tactical, because competitive is bad, but if it has tactical elements, then it's good. So I think, yes, the game types we're using have tactical elements, but we're stuck on the Halo 2, Halo 3 mindset. We're using all the same shit that worked before, and yes, it's working right now, but it could be better from a content perspective, and that's the point of this. So I think that we should stop trying this, all the game types we're playing today, the capture the flags, the team slayer, it doesn't tell a good enough story. And that's what makes Halo Reach so hard to commentate, is as a personality, I'm trying to tell the story of the players. Because when you look at the Halo players, I feel like these are some of the coolest, most intelligent, most stylish people I know, especially compared to other communities. If you look at the StarCraft community, which I love by the way, look at their top players. Bomber's being paid to wear that blue jacket. Yeah, it looks cool. But look at the rest of them. They're a bunch of fucking nerds. And so am I. And so are the Halo players. But at least we're fucking stylish. We go out and buy our own sneakers. We have a style. We have an identity. We're creative people. We're cool people. Especially when you compare us to other communities. And I don't feel like Halo Reach is showing that. I feel like in certain games, like Street Fighter, you can get a sense of the player's style, whether they rush you down, or they turtle up a little bit, or they like to sit on their meter, whatever it is. There's other games that you can see the style of the player through the game. And right now, Halo Reach doesn't do that. Halo 2 did it, and Halo 1 sure as hell showed the style of a player. And Halo Reach doesn't do that in its current state. Halo Reach could be whatever we want it to be because we have a tool called Forge. We have custom game types where we can make any game type we want. Why, as a community, and I'm at blame for this too, it's my fault too. Why the fuck haven't we just played the biggest map? Why haven't we stolen Search and Destroy from Call of Duty? We can do it. We can do it in Halo Reach, a one-life game type where it's neutral bomb on the biggest map in the game. And yeah, it might sound silly, but again, back to my point. Anything that you master will be competitive. And if that neutral bomb one-life game type gives me a better story every game to talk about when I'm making these videos, and you better fucking believe I will stick by that and I will make that happen. Think about it. I'm watching a gameplay that my buddy on Twitter sent to me. Let me get his Twitter name real quick. I don't remember it. Savior117. And basically he's playing, I don't know, I guess this is a playlist game. But let's take a look for a second. Okay, he's running out. Is he going to get this kill or is he going to die? He's not sitting top gold for any specific reason. He dies. 10 seconds later, we're going to see the same thing. It's very one-dimensional. Yeah, there's little stories like, okay, I got to get the power weapon control, and then now this guy's moving into pink 2 for this reason. But if you look at a game like StarCraft, there's a start, a middle, and end. And every little decision that a player does, the casters have 5 full fucking minutes to explain why that player made that decision. What would have happened if you put down, a barracks instead of the bunker? They can play out scenarios during the game while casting. And in Halo, we don't have the time or really the story. The game doesn't allow for stories like that to play out. But I think if we're creative enough and we figure that out, I think it'll be a lot easier to create content. Now, I know I'm using an example as the big, this can go for anything. I'm using the example of the biggest map, one life, neutral bomb as a scenario. And you might be like, that sounds like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Have you guys heard about League of Legends? My girlfriend Nicole's playing it right now next to me, so that's what the mouse clicks sound like. But think about League of Legends for a second. One of the most popular games being played on the internet, and the second most watched game being played on the internet. So this is a game that each game type lasts an hour long. You get 5 people who all fucking pick a stupid looking hero, and you fight AI. Swear on my life, you fight the minions for like 20, 30 minutes before you even attempt to start ganking your opponents. For an hour. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Yet it's the most played game and one of the most watched games on the internet right now because it tells a story. The game progresses. It gets me so mad that we do not have this in Halo Reach, and we have all the tools available to us to make that happen. Well, that's all I really wanted to say. It was a little bit of a rant, but I'm going to bring you guys videos like this in the future. Let me know your thoughts. Comment, hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter is @NexyMLG. And there's going to be a lot of topics that I'll be talking about. And keep in mind, I'm saying a lot of this stuff just to create argument. And maybe I don't specifically believe in some of the things I say, but you need to bring it up and explore all avenues. I'm Nexy. I'll see you next time.